Hi, thanks for watching my views on news. Two very important news stories for you. First one is from Oromia. A few days ago, Berhanu Jula, Ethiopian military chief, claimed that ENDF had deployed only 10% of its personnel, its strength to the Amhara region, and that OLA and Oromo Liberation Army and Fano were finished. They were not national level threats. They did not have national level significance. Fano responded after that, and now it is OLA's turn. Kumsa Dereba Jelmaro, head of Oromo Liberation Army, responded to Birhanu Jula's claims at a ceremony of newly recruited OLA fighters. Details for you in this video. He made some claims too. Secondly, North Shore zone of the Amhara region, where it seems that Ethiopian military is back in control of Avoreda, which is strategic Avoreda. It has symbolic significance too, because from this Avoreda, 3 to 4 days ago, Fano fighters released a video. Details for you in this video. Firstly, viewers, Berhanu Jula is Ethiopian military chief. A few days ago, he made some big claims as if military had made OLA and Fano irrelevant, that military had successfully weakened the two groups. Back then, he challenged Fano. He said, though the Fano-backed elements were lying, Fano fighters did not capture any tanks, artillery pieces, or helicopters. No drones were being used. But we saw after that Fano shared evidence of its gains. We saw several videos showing ENDF members taken prisoner, killed, captured by Fano fighters on different fronts in the Amhara region. And drone strikes have been confirmed now. I've been reporting for several days now. UN human rights investigators have confirmed that drone strikes are being conducted. International media is confirming these drone strikes too. Jula challenged OLA too by saying that OLA is no more a national level threat. Then we saw after Fano's response, we saw a response from Kumsa Dereba Jelmaro. Jelmaro has been seen addressing a gathering of Oromo Liberation Army new recruits. The program was held somewhere in Oromia, maybe in Western Oromia, because Western Oromia is the stronghold of Oromo Liberation Army. What did Kumsa Dereba say? What is his estimate of OLA's existing capabilities? Firstly, he talked about the strength. How much of OLA's strength is being deployed in the ongoing conflict in Oromia? Only 25%. He claimed that OLA has deployed only 25% of its resources. By the way, Jula had claimed that only 10% of ENDF was deployed in the operation against Fano, I think. So, Kumsa Dereba says only 25% deployed in Oromia. He said that OLA was defending. It was mainly defending. Now, deployment of 25%, first, let's analyze first point. Deployment of 25% of OLA strength means there is no large-scale fighting in Oromia. That is what I have been reporting, that there is no large-scale military operation against OLA ongoing in Oromia. I've been saying that military is totally focused on Amhara. Small-scale operations happen, nothing new happening for years. There is no large-scale military operation against OLA in Oromia. That is why OLA has deployed 25% of its fighters, because most of the fronts are calm, no active large-scale fighting. Secondly, he talked about growth, that OLA is growing, and that isn't surprising. We know that OLA has carried out attacks in eastern Oromia, western Oromia too. OLA has been trying to penetrate western Oromia, center Oromia, not western Oromia, center Oromia for months. And OLA managed to reach close to Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. It has carried out attacks in Bishoftu, in East Sheva zone. And OLA fighters were seen in RC 3 to 4 days ago. They released a video from an OLA monument in RC. Yes, OLA is spreading. And I have been saying, I don't want to repeat, that this conflict in Amhara will give birth to a stronger OLA. Because OLA, by the way, within the last 2 years, OLA has been very lucky. Because new conflicts erupted in different parts of different parts of Ethiopia. Conflict in Tigray, 2-year-long conflict, military was focused on Tigray, and OLA kept on expanding, kept on enhancing its capabilities. Now military focused in Amhara, on Fano, again OLA expanding. So growth, yes, we acknowledge that OLA is growing. Thirdly, he talked about government, that there is government, OLA's government in Oromia. Again, those who know what OLA is doing, it's not surprising. OLA has government in parts of Valaga where no one can work without approval from OLA. Oromo Liberation Army fighters collect taxes. We have seen pictures too. Businessmen there pay taxes too. Factories pay taxes. So there is government of OLA in parts of Oromia, mainly in western Oromia. And importantly, he addressed Jula's claims that OLA is Oromo Liberation Army is no more a national level force. He said a surprise is in store. They don't know what is going to happen. He said we're going to take this struggle to a new level soon. He was hinting at a movement towards Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. Now, obviously, Komsa Dereba was addressing new recruits, so he wanted to boost their morale, to tell them that OLA would achieve its objectives soon. That is how all military commanders, all armed groups commanders speak. But if you analyze the situation in Oromia neutrally, whatever OLA's commander Jalmaro said makes sense. Though I still don't think OLA has the capability to take control of Addis Ababa. Yes, OLA is close to Addis Ababa, but to control entire capital, to surround entire capital, it's an uphill task. Fano's pace is quicker than OLA. OLA fighting for years, decades rather. Fano just a new entity, a new organization. But the way it has swept across Amhara, it means Fano's advance is very rapid. I'll do a separate video on what is the reason behind the rapid advance of Fano fighters in Amhara and OLA's slow and steady movement in Oromia. Clip for you of Komsa Dereba. Watch the clip. Then next story about a zone in Amhara where Fano fighters have lost a symbolic, strategically important place.
Namni waraanni bilisummaa Oromoo lola hamaa akka lolaa jiruutti hubata. Lolan eegalle nuti. Irree keenya harka dhibba keessaa 25 argisiifnee quba qabaadha. Namni waraanni bilisummaa Oromoo irree masaa hammana gahase. Irreen sun ijaarsarra jira, ijaarsa sanarratti waan nutti bubbuu ittisaa qofaadha jiru. irreen sun ijaaramee ittisuurra darbee gaafa haleelu jalqabudha lolli woboo maal akka ta'e waan ajaa'ibaa dudduubaati qabnaa jechuudha. Isa kana akka goonummoo callisnee miti kan dubbannu waan hojjennu waan beeknuufi akka goonu hin shakkinu ni amanna ni moona sanatti kan deemaa jiru. Kanaaf irree qabnu harka 25 biyya biraan dhaqnu asuma Oromiyaa keessatti kampii diinaarraa daqiiqaa 20 fi 30 irratti sa'aatii 1 fi 2 irratti irree harka 25 qofaa irraa fayyadamnee jechuudha. Harka 75 hafee itti idaanee irree 100 gaafa fuunee siqiluu jalqabne Oromiyaan akka kaleessaa nu harkaan baatu.
Secondly, it's North Showa zone of the Amhara region. It was reported yesterday by some journalists that military was withdrawing from North Showa. Military is not withdrawing, rather military has retaken control of OLA, the strategic place, strategic in terms of its symbolic significance, its historical significance too. Ankobar is the name of the place. Ankobar is in North Shore zone of the Amhara region. And from Ankobar, if you remember, Fano fighters released a video 2 to 3 days ago. Fano fighters were at Minilik Palace, old Minilik Palace. They said they had captured Minilik Palace and old palace, and they would take control of new palace too, which is in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. This palace has tourist value, obviously a historic place. Military was trying to retake control of Ankobar and Minilik the second's old palace. And for the last 2 days, heavy fighting has been ongoing in Ankobar. Now, reportedly, what we have learned through some sources is that military is back in Ankobar. We are waiting for confirmation about Minilik Palace. Is it back under military control? We are trying to verify. But if military is back in Ankobar, it means that Minilik Palace is also under military control. We are waiting for visual confirmation. Fano fighters have lost control of places in Ankobar. That is how they operate, by the way. They don't try to hold on to their territories. Wherever they come under pressure, they retreat. Next day, next week, they return. That is what their pattern is. So if they retreat, it does not mean they have lost. Because when they see that they cannot defend a town, city, they just keep their capabilities intact, they withdraw. And then they start moving towards new place, and then they return to the old places too. So that is what is happening in Ankobar, North Shore zone of the Amhara region reportedly. Thank you for watching.